It was an ordinary Tuesday when she found it. A plain brown box sat on her doorstep. No name, no address, just her, staring back at herself from the photo within. The image was unsettling. It captured her sound asleep, an unguarded vulnerability on her face. How could someone possess such an image? A shiver snaked down her spine, leaving a trail of icy fear. That night, sleep evaded her. Every creak of the floorboard, every rustle of leaves outside her window amplified her unease. The photo, now hidden beneath a pile of junk mail, felt like a physical presence in the room. Fear was a venomous fog seeping into the corners of her mind, choking her attempts to rationalize. The next morning, she tried to convince herself it was a cruel prank, a childish attempt to scare her. Yet, a seed of doubt had been planted, its roots burrowing deep into the fertile ground of her fear. The image of her sleeping face, captured by an unknown entity, refused to leave her mind. 2 days later, another package arrived. Same brown paper, same lack of identification. Inside, another photo. This time, she was wearing a different set of pajamas. The photo was taken from a different angle, yet undeniably her, asleep in her own bed. Terror, cold and sharp, pierced through the fragile wall of her composure. This wasn't a joke. This was a stalker, watching her, invading her most private sanctuary. She scrutinized every detail of the photos, searching for clues, for any indication of where they might have been taken. But the images offered no answers, only deepening the mystery and her terror. Sleep, once a refuge, was now an ordeal. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the grainy image of herself, vulnerable and exposed. Her once familiar bedroom now felt like a cage, her safe space transformed into a stage for someone else's twisted game. The police were disconcertingly unhelpful. They took her statement, studied the photos, but their faces remained impassive. Without any concrete evidence, without a face or a name to attach to the crime, their hands were tied. They promised to increase patrols in her neighborhood, a hollow assurance that did little to soothe her frayed nerves. She invested in new locks, reinforced her windows, installed security cameras. Every corner of her house was now under surveillance, yet the watchful eyes of the cameras offered little comfort. The fear was an unwelcome guest, refusing to leave, its presence a constant weight on her chest. Each ring of the doorbell, each unexpected knock on the window sent a jolt of fear through her. The mundane had become menacing, the everyday sounds transformed into potential threats. Her carefully constructed world was crumbling, and she was powerless to stop it. The final package arrived on a Friday. The dread, a familiar serpent now, coiled tightly in her stomach as she picked up the small brown box. It was lighter than the others, and she already knew what it contained before she opened it. A single sheet of paper, the words typed in a stark, unforgiving font. "Tonight, I knock." The paper slipped from her numb fingers, fluttering to the floor like a fallen leaf. The words echoed in the silence of her home, a death knell to her fleeting sense of security. Tonight? He was coming tonight. As dusk painted the sky in hues of purple and blood orange, she sat alone in the darkness. Her eyes darted to the door, her ears straining for any sound. Every tick of the clock was a hammer blow to her sanity. Sleep was an impossible dream, replaced by the cold, hard reality of fear. He was coming, and she would be waiting.